Godzilla vs. Kong might be going straight to streaming, and I have to say, I have mixed feelings about this. Before we get started, if you could please hit that subscribe button and please like this video. Now you better watch out because it's time to get this video started. Let's go. So according to The Hollywood Reporter, Netflix has made an offer of $200 million for the forthcoming Legendary Pictures monster flick, though Warner Media has blocked the deal and is said to be preparing an offer of its own to potentially bring the film to HBO Max. Despite the report, a Warner Brothers spokesman maintained that the plan is still to release Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters in 2021. So first up, I have to say, I have mixed feelings about this. I think under normal circumstances, I would be against this. I definitely think, Godzilla vs. Kong, that definitely deserves to be seen on the big screen. I would say that was one of my favorite things about, Godzilla King of the Monsters, was watching it on the big screen. And especially everything we've heard about Godzilla vs. Kong, how about there's going to be a 5-minute fight at the end. It definitely something I would want to see on the big screen. And that's how I would feel under, I would say, normal circumstances. But with everything going on with, the pandemic and just all the delays we've seen in movies, I just am really torn on, look at with Godzilla versus King of the Monsters. That came out before the pandemic, and while it wasn't it did do good at the box office, it didn't do great. Godzilla 2014 did really good at the box office. That's why, we got Kong Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters was because Godzilla 2014 did really good, where Godzilla King of the Monsters did okay. It definitely could have done better, and because of that, the success of, for the MonsterVerse to continue, we need Godzilla vs. Kong to do really good at the box office, and everything is just so up in the air due to the pandemic that, who knows what the movie industry is going to look like come May. I would hope that, we're a lot better, we're through the pandemic at that point, but who knows at this point? Just with so many delays, and who knows even if let's say we are through the pandemic, we're out of it. Who knows what movies will be shuffled around and be, also in competition with Godzilla, versus Kong at that time. I just ultimately, we need this movie to do good at the box office if we want, future sequels. So, as far as it going to streaming, I'm definitely really torn. Under, like I said, normal circumstances, I would want it to be at the theaters. But with everything going on, if, it going to streaming means that, we could still get, Godzilla sequels, I'm for that option then. I'm totally here for that option. Ultimately, I want more Godzilla movies, and what would be cool is if they let's say they do like the HBO Max deal. If they do the HBO Max deal, what they would do is going to be something similar as what they're going to do with Wonder Woman. So with Wonder Woman, it's still being released, Wonder Woman's being released in theaters, but also, right to HBO Max. So I would imagine if, they would do the similar thing with Godzilla vs. Kong, where Godzilla vs. Kong would be released in theaters, but also be released on HBO Max. So we could definitely, and if it's released in theaters and theaters are open at all, I will 100% watch it on both. I definitely will see it in theaters if at all possible, but if not, I would definitely be super excited to watch it either way, any way I can, to be honest with you. I just have been so excited for this movie. I think everyone, I can speak for everyone. And all the Godzilla vs. Kong fans have been so excited, and with all the delays we've had with this movie now, I think we're just all at this point so excited to watch it. So like I said, if it comes down to, we have to watch it on streaming, I'm okay with it at this point, as long as, it does well on streaming. And that brings it down to now, who could it go to? Netflix, or could we see it on HBO Max? And I think either one, there's positives for either one. I would say Netflix, what's really cool about Netflix is so many people have Netflix, so I could definitely see, Godzilla versus Kong doing really, really good on Netflix, and people who are not normal fans of Godzilla, I could see them watching it because it's on Netflix and be so easy to watch that it could bring in people who normally wouldn't watch the movie. Also, we do have some Godzilla content on Netflix. We have the Godzilla anime series. So we definitely have, some already content on there. So that's kind of one thing as far as Netflix. Now, as far as HBO Max, that I think would also be a really good fit for, Godzilla versus Kong, especially because there's a lot of Godzilla movies already on, HBO Max. I know they have a whole pretty much Godzilla section on there, and then they already have a relationship with Warner Brothers. And especially them doing a similar deal with, Wonder Woman that they would be potentially doing with, Godzilla versus Kong, I definitely think they could do really good as far as, getting people to watch it. And so, I don't know, I'm really torn between the two. I would say if I had to pick between which two, I probably would want it to be on, HBO Max more, just because they already have such a good, strong, Godzilla content already on that service. Especially they have a lot of the movies already on there. When Godzilla King of the Monsters was released, it was released onto, HBO. So I definitely think it would be a good home for Godzilla vs. Kong. Either way, this is definitely big news. I'm just more excited to see kind of what unfolds and what happens. So at this point, nothing official. Like I said, they're just now in talks about, Godzilla potentially going to a streaming platform. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? Are you okay with Godzilla vs. Kong going to a streaming platform? Or is this something you're totally against and you want Godzilla vs. Kong to play in theaters once, the pandemic's over and everything's a lot better? Do you want it to be delayed until then? I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and thank you so much for watching.